Alright folks, I've tried to record this video now for this is like the fifth time. So hopefully I get it right this time. So anyway, so what I'm doing is, I have XW-PD1, which I'm going to use to sequence outboard gear, hardware synthesizers, right? So let me show you the setup here. We've got the XW-PD1, it's connected to my laptop. My laptop is running FL Studio to record the audio which is coming out of the Behringer mixer. But that's all the DAW is being used for. You do not need a DAW for this to work. All you need is this program right here, which is called MIDI OX. So what MIDI OX will do is it'll use my MIDI interface there, which I have my two hardware synthesizers plugged into. It's an M-Audio MIDI Sport. I have one output on the A and one output on the B. So one of the synths is a Twisted Electrons AY3 Chiptune synthesizer. The other one is a Meeblip Anode. And basically, how this works is that right out the gate, with the default configuration, the XW-PD1 will send bank 1 corresponds to MIDI channel 1, bank 2 corresponds to MIDI channel 2, bank 3 to MIDI channel 3, bank 4 to MIDI channel 4. So basically what I've done is I have this on MIDI channel 4 and this on MIDI channel 3, and then I've muted the internal volume of the internal synth engine for those banks, banks 4 and 3. So when I do stuff using the internal engine, it's only outputting MIDI to my two synthesizers, and none of the audio from the internal engine is coming out for those two banks. For bank 2, I'm actually using the internal drum machine. So I got one drum machine, two synthesizers, and that's how we're going to roll. So just to show you how MIDI OX is configured, if you want to replicate this setup, and that's what it looks like there. And just to give you an idea, right now we're on bank 4, and you can see that that's outputting on MIDI channel 4, and that's the AY3. If we switch to 3, you can see the MIDI layout there. Let's change that. Okay, so you get the idea. So that's controlling that. You can see the MIDI coming there, and then bank 2 is. All right, so I've already filled out the step sequencer. You're gonna hear a little melody that I've made just to show you that I made this using the XW-PD1, using the internal synth engine of the XW-PD1. Forgive me for my impromptu camera management here. Hopefully that'll capture enough, and I hope I get this right. All right, here we go. Start on pattern 1, step bank 4, here we go. laptop's really slow, so once it records too much, it starts to glitch out. Anyways, hopefully that was helpful. What I wanted to show was that you can totally use the XW-PD1 to do your workflow on here. The computer, it's going to be off to the side. I didn't look at the computer at all when I made this sequence, and it was totally fun, totally awesome, controlling outboard synths and using the internal synth engine on this thing. And basically making a techno jam here. So I had, when I first purchased this, I didn't think this was possible, and it was user error. I was trying to have my DAW control all the MIDI stuff, and when you try to do all the MIDI assignments through the DAW, it doesn't let it do what it needs to do to output the banks to the individual MIDI channels. So I went on a couple of forums and I went on YouTube and I started ranting about this and how they had missed the mark and whatnot. But I think it's pretty sweet actually that I could do this. So hopefully this will inspire you guys to do something as well. Peace.